And we're talking about the Phillies today because I got the sense leaving Clearwater that it's coming down to this. This is the last year with this core. Again, to make it clear, we believe this will be a good baseball team this year, and we don't think this isn't going to be the 2011 to 2012 fall off.
No.
Unless you keep guys around.
Unless you start loading up, I'm telling. But we all agreed today. Now, we can change our opinion, but we all agree today. We all would have no problem with Schwarber being offered 3 years.
No.
And locked down.
I just wish you'd be in a different spot of the order. Now, who's the leadoff hitter is always the question. And, clearly they don't. The Trey Turner thing, it was going to be his job. He's, again, not leading off.
And again, and we're at it again. Again, I dug up 17 quotes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Because I'm a dork. But you can do a word search, so it makes it really easy. Of Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thompson on the record saying that, we can't do things. And many of them come before Christmas.
Yes.
We can't do things the same way next year. We got to change our approach. We got to know that what we're doing isn't working. We got to change things up. And what are they doing? Just rolling it back. Going to do the same things over and over again.
Yeah, this one I don't get.
I don't understand it. You acknowledged that you needed to do this. You went on record with your fan base and sold them on it. And when push comes to shove, I guarantee you this is what the manager wants to do. Guarantee it that this is what he wants to do.
And if you give me spring training numbers, it's not like Schwarber's tearing the cover off the ball.
No. Well, push has come to push. We're not at push comes to shove yet. Remember, we are still on March 24th, as you guys reminded me of the date earlier. So we haven't even seen a regular season lineup yet. So
you're telling me they go 5 straight days going into this, and then now they're going to change it up in Trey. Trey, we didn't bat you lead off for the last week and a half, but you're going to be leadoff guy.
I'm not saying that, but we've had the conversation about alternating before. And
which I hate, by the way. He didn't chime in on it. Set it up for Andrew.
So they could do, if they did a 50-50 split, and it was Trey Turner some days and Schwarber some other days, depending on the pitching matchup and what you feel. I just think about...
baseball players
are creatures
of habit.
But, hey, we're asking them to do stuff differently. They might have to do stuff differently. And if they do that, that's a substantial change from what they've done in the past.
So here's the lineup yesterday, by the way. Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Kepler, Real Muto, Castellanos, Stott, Marsh. So Schwarber, leadoff spot. And, by the way, Stott, Marsh, then swing back to Schwarber. That's left. Which I do believe in that kind of stuff, and that's a dangerous spot to be, especially if Marsh struggles against lefties as much as he does, and who knows about Stott. Schwarber's not necessarily that problem, but it is 3 straight lefties. Look, I would flip Castellanos and Real Muto. I want Real Muto toward the bottom. I think it would be better for him if you were to do that. But that kind of looked like the lineup yesterday. They basically said they announced that Marsh is going to be the everyday center fielder. Kepler was brought in to be the starting left fielder. In terms of lineup order, though, they have Schwarber at leadoff, even though
they told you all off season we're going to do it because. And even I have quotes. We have to, we really sort of got to be able to unleash Trey on the base paths. We're not taking advantage of that part of his skill set that he was brought here for. And then we're just going to do it again.
Well,
we're just going to do the same stuff again.
We'll see that one. Let's see how that one plays out.
What do you mean?
Does he steal base? They're not going to have him swipe back.
Well, last year I give the pass a bit on the hamstring stuff.
Yeah, he still stole 20 some last year.
Sure, but if you have a hamstring, he should in today's baseball, he should be able to steal 30, 35.
Because of all the rules. You attempt 2 pickoffs. Remember the new pickoff rule? You attempt 2 pickoffs, you can't attempt another one.
But I give a pass on last year because once you get a guy early in the year that has a hamstring thing, I, as a manager, would be scared to death the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Of losing them for 3 weeks or whatever.
All right, what do we got on the text line, Connor, about this topic, about whether or not this is the last hurrah with the core for the Philadelphia Phillies? I believe that it is. That's the sense that I got coming up from spring training.
Jay from Westchester wants it to be. He says, I honestly need it to be the last hurrah. They sold us on running it back in 23, and it made sense. They made us believe in running it back in 24, and we were all scratching our heads. Now they're running it back for 25. Are we supposed to believe that anything is really going to change? I want them to switch stuff up.
There was no selling on 23.
Yeah,
There was no selling us on running it back in 23.
They signed Trey Turner to a $300 million deal.
Right.
That's not running it back.
And they were just off a World Series where they really battled their asses off.
And then last year was quiet, and this year's crickets. Like your moves are, and look, they might not be bad moves. Romano, I'm interested in, but it's a 1-year prove-it deal following an injury. It's Kepler contract year, right, at the age of 32. He has not had a very good season since 2019. Those are 2 of your key guys. Luzardo, I like his stuff. Let's see him pitching in October, though. Like I'm curious to see how he's pitching on the main stage.
I can't wait to see him Saturday.
Yeah,
his debut.
Your additions aren't the super exciting additions. They were pieces that you desperately needed. If Kepler can become that everyday left fielder, you needed a replacement in the bullpen to Hoffman and Estevez leaving, and you got that in Romano as long as he can stay healthy. And Luzardo's, A, better than Taijuan Walker, duh. B, the injury sort of insurance policy to Ranger Suarez, and you're already seeing that play out before the season starts. They were good moves, but nothing that really moved the needle, and this team has been going in the wrong direction.
Now remember, last year, the big move in the offseason before the season started was Whit Merrifield.
Yes.
Who stunk, and even if he was good, was not starting here. He was a utility guy. And that was basically all they did. They didn't do anything with the rotation. They did very little with the bullpen. Like, I'm not saying this year they've been crazy splash moves, but they have been louder this offseason than they were last offseason.
Okay.
Just for context, I'm not trying to talk anyone into the Phillies are.
That's a fair point. That's a logical, fair point.
So we'll see. Like, they were a great team last year doing nothing. This year, well, new left fielder, new bullpen arms, new guy in the rotation to even it out. Maybe that gives them another bump.
The only thing with Kepler, it's like it's redundant. It's more of the same.
Yeah, I got you. That's why I don't love it. But
like, and he's another lefty bat. Like, that's the other thing.
See,
like,
that's the part that I still can't figure out.
This lineup confuses me. Like, you're relying once again on Real Muto and Castellanos to be that right-handed pop, because you're not getting it with Bohm. You're getting hits and RBIs, but you're not getting pop from him.
You're not.
So you're relying again on Castellanos and Real Muto. And oh, by the way, they're batting 6th and 7th in your order. They're not middle of the order guys anymore.
No. You're bringing up, it's been a logical decision. Thank you so much for checking out our content on the 97.5 The Fanatic YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, you can always be checking the playlist. There may be something you missed from one of our shows during the day that you want to go back and check out. So every time you like a video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and you'll have that great content coming to you every single day. You're greatly appreciated.